Hello and welcome guys to a new episode on SportPredictorFanatic. Today we're going to predict the Eredivisie games that are going to be played this weekend. Of course, this is week number 1 in the Eredivisie and it's the first actual of the big 6 leagues to start. What we're gonna do is first we're gonna just talk about every match, so all 9 matches, what my prediction is going to be and what the odds are with that. Then I'm gonna say what I'm betting on. So my 5 matches, I'm gonna be betting on 5 matches, and then my strategy that's gonna go behind that, because I would like to share it with you. It's pretty. My tactics are not risky, but you will see that later. We're gonna start with the first matchup that's going to be played on Friday. It is FC Groningen against NAC Breda. This matchup, to begin, the Eredivisie, is pretty ironic, as these two teams both promoted to the Eredivisie last season. Groningen actually did this by beating their rivals for the second place Roda in the last round. And with that actually came on the same points as them. So they both ended on the same points because they won that last match. But because of the goal difference, they actually promoted straight away. And NAC had a little bit of a different season. They actually became 8th in the league, in the second league. But 8th in the second league means actually the last spot for playoffs to play for promotion. And they took the longest road, the hardest road. But they actually did well and promoted to the Eredivisie. Last season, Groningen, of course, with that did better overall. But then head-to-head with NAC Breda, they actually drew once, and the other match, NAC won 3-2. Actually NAC was in a favor last season. But I do still think also with the transfers, I think Groningen actually have a better team and are better prepared. They had a better preparation than NAC. And with that, I think FC Groningen is going to win the first match of the Eredivisie. Actually, the odd for that is 1.71. Then the next matchup that's going to be played on Saturday is Feyenoord against Willem II. I think I can be pretty short about this one. Feyenoord, of course, the favorites here. They became second last year in the Eredivisie, won the Kane, the trophy that's being played for in the Netherlands, and of course won the trophy this year already against PSV, which is always of the champions of the Eredivisie and the champions of the trophy, the KNVB trophy that's being played for. So. They already won a trophy this season. And of course, they're playing against Willem II, who promoted last season by winning the second league, of course. The last time Willem II actually had a draw or won against Feyenoord was in 2019. And since then, Feyenoord has won all 6 matchups. Of course, Feyenoord has by far a better team, and I think are just rightfully so the favorites here. I have them winning as well, and the odd for that is 1.14, so really low, of course. Then we have NEC Nijmegen against Twente, FC Twente. This is, of course, a battle of 2 teams that did pretty well last year. Twente becoming 3rd in the league, and NEC with becoming 6th in the league and becoming 2nd. Of losing in the final against Feyenoord for the trophy. Last year, these two, of course, played each other twice. They once drew, and the other match was 3-3. They drew once 3-3, and one time actually NEC won 1-0. But I think Twente have the overall better team, and I think NEC are currently lacking a striker, if I'm correct. So they're lacking a kind of attacking power at the moment. Because of this, I think a draw or a win for Twente is more obvious. But I think I'm going for the win for Twente. The odds for that is actually pretty high with 2.02. Then we have Almere against AZ. Of course, Almere last season became 13th, just 5 points. 13th and 5 points above relegation playoffs, as it was really close, like from 12th to like 18th. I think it was really close. But AZ, of course, became 4th, so they did really well. Of course, I think AZ saw some good players leave this season and hasn't yet bought really good players back, but I still think they have overall like the better team than Almere. Of course, last season these two drew once with 0-0, and the other matchup was 4-1 in favor of AZ Alkmaar. I think both teams have had an alright preseason, but I just think AZ just got a better team and will get the win. The odd for that is 1.57. The next matchup is PSV Eindhoven, of course, against RKC Waalwijk. I think I can be pretty short about this one as well. PSV are, of course, the champions of the league last year, and RKC literally escaped the relegation playoffs on goal difference, becoming 15th. Ironically, these two also faced off in the last match of the season last time. So the last match of the season last year is the first match of this season. PSV won that match 3-1. The other match of that season was also won by PSV, with them winning 4-0. And in fact, the last time RKC have won against PSV was in 2018. And that was in the extra time of a knockout stage of the trophy that is being played for in the Netherlands. But since then, PSV have won all 9 matchups, and I think it's going to become 10. The odds actually for this is 1.1, sorry. So really low. But yeah, pretty logical as well. Then I'm going to be short about this one as well. It is Sparta against Heracles. Sparta finished 8th last season, while Heracles became 14th. I think Sparta have like the overall better team, but I think it's going to be small margins. Last season, like they both won once against each other, so yeah, with that, really hard to say. But because of this, I think it's going to be Sparta or a draw, but I'm actually leaning towards a draw. But actually the odd for that is 4.5, so it's really, really freaking high. Then we have Go Ahead Eagles against Sittard. Fortuna Sittard, of course. Go Ahead Eagles and Fortuna Sittard last season finished 9th and 10th, so really close, with Go Ahead Eagles on 9th and Fortuna Sittard on 10th. But there were 8 points difference between them, so it's like a really small margin. They of course played each other twice, with Go Ahead Eagles winning 3-0 once, and the other one was a 0-0. I think the teams might be quite even, with like a little bit of favor of Go Ahead Eagles, but I think this one is going to be a draw as well. The odd for that is 3.5. Then we're going to FC Utrecht against PEC Zwolle. Utrecht became 7th last season, while Zwolle became 12th. And 12 actually meant just 7 points, so 7 points above relegation playoffs. Utrecht did win both of their last meetings, winning 3-1 and 5-1. I think both teams are capable of playing all right, but I still think Utrecht has a little bit of an advantage, and because of that and just a little bit stronger team, I think they're gonna win. The odds for that is 1.46. Then we have Ajax against Heerenveen. Ajax, of course, the more known name, but last season they only became 5th in the Eredivisie, of course. We know why. Mislintat has bought players for his own, well, allegedly has bought players for his own good and not in the good of the club. They became 5th with that. Heerenveen finished 11th. And they also just finished 8 points above the relegation playoffs. They of course played each other twice, and they both like won at home, with Ajax winning 4-1 at home and Heerenveen winning 3-2 at their home. And actually, like the last time, because it's being played, of course, in Amsterdam, the last time actually Heerenveen got points at Amsterdam was back in 2013, so many years ago. With this and the fact I think I still have a little bit of a better team, I think they're going to win. And the odd for that is 1.47. Well, with that, I've actually predicted all 9 matches, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting money on only 5. I'm going to name them now and then say what my strategy will be. I am going to put my money on FC Groningen to win, FC Twente to win, AZ Alkmaar to win, then Sparta versus Heracles to be a draw, and then Go Ahead Eagles against Sittard to be a draw as well. And I'm playing it pretty safe. I'm gonna be playing it pretty safe. I'm not always doing it, but I am normally playing pretty safe. What I'm gonna do is, because I always want to use like 10 euros to bet on a league. So if all 6 big leagues are playing, I'm betting 60 euros a weekend. But I'm playing it safe, as I said, so I'm always getting at least a bit of money back, maybe not all, but a little bit of money back. And this is how I do it. What I'm doing is I'm putting on doubles and trebles. So if 2 of the matches are good, I already get a little bit of money. If 3 matches are good, I get a little bit of money. Of course, if all 5 are good, I get like more. If 4 matches are good, I also get like a little bit more, but not just the maximum. So what I do is I put 50 cents on the doubles. There are 10 doubles, so that's 5 euros. And I do the exactly same for the trebles. Of course, there are 10 trebles to be made with 5 teams. So I'm also putting 50 cents on trebles. And then, of course, it's times 10. So it's also 5 euros. And I'm going to do this like an example of this. Let's say 3 of the matches are good. So AZ win, Go Ahead Eagles versus Sparta is actually a draw, and Twente win. With that, I only have 3 good. What I will get is 14 euros, and I've betted 10. So if I get those 3 good, already 14 euros. Let's say I get another one good, it's going to be even more. And what is safe, like even if I have 2 matches good and it is the lowest odds, I still get like, I know it's really small, but I'm gonna get back like €1. And I know €1 is not much, but let's say I never get 5 correct and I always get 3 correct. Then I'm always making around like the €10. So instead of losing 60 euros per weekend, I'm like playing kind of Keat. And with this tactic, I can be honest, I've actually earned money the last 2 years. I have it in a document. I've won last year, I've won 200, and the year before I actually won 300. So it's a tactic that has worked for me. Of course, it's not much that I'm earning, but I'm going to be honest, I didn't look as in-depth as I'm looking now into the matches. So I'm hopefully going to be more correct this year than other years. But yeah, that's my strategy. That's how I'm going to do it. Of course, if you don't want to bet, don't do it. If you don't have the money to bet, don't do it. Like, I'm only doing this because I have the money. And I know I'm kind of like making educated guesses, but I wouldn't say I will put 10 euros on all 5 matches good. Like, that's just too risky. But yeah, that's basically my strategy. Let me know what you think. I'm going to be doing this, as I said, I'm going to be trying doing this the whole season along. And I'm going to be trying to do this for all the 6 leagues. So it's going to be hard work for me, but it's going to be fun. And I've also, by the way, recorded this pretty early. I'm recording this at the Wednesday, because I'm gonna be on vacation. So there's that. And by the way, I've also recorded a prediction video of the whole Eredivisie, so the whole standings. So make sure you check that one out, because that of course also aligns with a little bit with this betting, because it's really hard to predict always the first round, because you never know where they are at, exactly where they are at. But I did my best. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching. Please have a good day, and I'll see you.